So on our latest pDAI video, and again, just to restate this, I am somebody that is open to pDAI. Yeah, Hex Girl wants the comments. I'm open to pDAI. I have a bag of pDAI. I, hope something happens with it. I tend to believe that there's more than meets the eye, or that what meets the eye is real, because there is a lot of stuff out there. Ewok doesn't feel the same way. Just long story short. One comment: Ewok always shaking his head no when pDAI and Sami are mentioned. LOL. We've got pDAI to $1, Ink to $7,000, Hex to $55. You ready? We've got pDAI is the most intriguing project on Pulse Chain, and there's just no way to make the cores this interesting. That's an interesting one. This is in Ewok's camp. Never underestimate the power of a group of very determined idiots with a can-do attitude. Okay. pDAI to $1, bro. Funny, hilarious, time will tell. Got it. pDAI is the GOAT. Here's a question. Do you think Pulse Chain Network will survive without a decentralized stablecoin? That's an interesting one. What do you think of that, Ewok? Obviously, your answer is yes, but yeah, what do you think of that?
Reread the question.
This actually got the most likes of any comment on the video. Here's a question. Do you think Pulse Chain Network will survive without a decentralized stablecoin?
Yes.
Yeah. And I do too. But I think this would be something that would make it a gigantic separator and, pump it to heights that we never thought imaginable this cycle. And yeah.
When somebody develops one, I think it'd be great.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think what's in front of our eyes is being developed right now in ways that you couldn't even imagine, and we don't know the answers to yet. And that's why it doesn't cost $1 right now.
Well, again, so do we know how many? At one point, it was 26 billion out there of them.
I believe, yeah. I don't know how many are right now, though. No.
So you almost have to have the backing, and I don't know anybody with $26 billion. But how does that happen? Like, I still haven't really heard how the coin gets backed, or any kind of collateralization.
I would forward you to Big Whale Pulse X, or whatever his name is, the guy with all the tattoos that's always shirtless and has a hat on in his videos and types in all caps. He is an interesting guy, and honestly has a lot of stuff that I've never really known or heard before that I read. So, yeah,
he's probably muted because everything he talks about is pDAI.
Well,
and I think at one point I just muted that.
Go ahead. You just muted pDAI.
At one point, yeah. I just got tired of it being that's all I saw on my feed, and I was like,
just good sign. Hex Girl, Cash Money. That's it. Yeah, I enjoy that guy. Yeah, thank you. Here's an interesting comment. I don't know what they meant to say here. They said, I think Ewok needs to grow a pet. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it was supposed to be pair, and they said pet. So yeah, you need to grow a pet.
Okay.
This guy says
chia, like a chia pet.
The Tangang's favorite blockchain. Boy, this guy. This is what I don't like, is when I get grouped in with you boys. Just buy it. Ha ha ha. I already have. I'm not Ewok. I don't have the same opinions on everything. Okay, this one. RH Max, I don't know if you're still here. I'm just reading this in good fun. Stop, and this part of this pisses me off because, like, don't tell me who to talk to. Stop associating with RH Max. He is a pDAI snitch. I don't know what that means. pDAI to $1. I guess RH Max tattled on pDAI or something. I don't know. Ewok says it's all about supply, lose or take. It's all about demand, which is non-existent or zero outside the Pulse ecosystem. So he starts off criticizing you, but agreeing with you, actually, I guess.
Starts off with supply. Read that again?
No. Ewok says it's all about supply when it comes to pDAI. Lose or take. It's all about demand. which is non-existent or zero outside of the Pulse eco. He's saying only people within Pulse chain are buying it.
Yeah. So I wonder who I'm not sure who he's sticking up for there.
Well,
It's
I don't
kind of
know. I don't
weird.
know. He shits on you, but then he agrees with you. So I really
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that these are the smartest comments of all time. I just thought it'd be funny to read. So, yeah.
Viper Styles put up an interesting one too here. I don't know. It says Ewok, what are you going to do when pDAI when a new technology is developed to peg pDAI? Well, then I listen. I could easily change my view about it, right? But right now that doesn't exist. There isn't any kind of platform out there that or smart contract that will help it peg, because it's already been shut down. Like the original one and the maker one was broken. We don't want to give those guys control. They have the keys to it. I think that would be foolish to let maker DAO control pDAI. So yes, if something technology wise is developed where you get a borrowing and burning feature of some sort, if it's created, my problem now goes back to more the collateralization of the tokens. You've got to have it collateralized, and the biggest problem is there are so many holders out there that would never collateralize their own bag. First of all, that's kind of defeats the purpose of buying something low in hopes that it goes up. You're not going to collateralize it at 110% of a dollar's value to keep it there. So I think that's the biggest hurdle that we have to get over, is who's going to collateralize it, who's going to risk their capital of liquidation for these numbers of tokens that are out there to get it and keep it to $1. That's my biggest hurdle right now, is I just don't see who's going to back it. Now, I'm not ever, and I've never said that it can't go up. I think people can make some money with it. I think you could probably do it, but it's the pDAI to $1 and pegging. I just have a real problem with, because I don't see any kind of what you're saying technology out there to make that happen and keep it there, along with the collateral that it would take to keep it, right? So that's where I have the biggest issue with the whole thing.
Yeah, and I think that's why people are also talking about, I mean, I know pegging is the big thing, but like people are also talking about it actually fluctuating and not actually being, to avoid certain regulatory things, like not actually being pegged and not being collateralized in some way. That's the thing. I don't have all the answers either. And that's why the thing costs what it does right now. But there just seems to be fishy events that have happened time after time after time that there's no way at this point I would sell my bag or anything. I'm very interested to see what happened. But final question here from Viper Styles, and let's wrap up. So Ewok, you dislike the pDAI peg narrative, not that it will never go up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think you guys could totally make money. I again, I had some, and I sold it because I don't buy the peg, and I think that's the biggest false narrative that is out there. Again, I think people, if they buy it and sell it, they can make money, but that's part of the problem, is why it won't peg, is because there is so much out there, and people are going to sell. They're not going to hold it to $1 and then say, all right, now that it's $1, let's do something, right? There's that I've seen the degens that are out there. That is not going to happen. I just don't feel that anybody that bought it for 3 zeros and a 1 is going to get to $1 and say, okay, now how can we keep this here? I don't see that happening.
No, I don't. I tend to not think it would work that way either. But one thing to make clear is you don't buy the peg; the peg buys you. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, great stuff tonight. Fun topic to round off on. But yeah, overall, still feeling bullish. I know we have this little lull going on right now, but until I'm proven wrong, literally up into the day, I think that we easily get, I think Ethereum makes a new all-time high and sustains it prior to this FOMC. I guess I guess what I'm saying is I think that Ethereum can get to 5,500 to 6,500 prior to FOMC. I think that we could see that literally in the next 2 weeks. Or I guess really what I'm saying is just a sustained day in and day out, putting in daily candles where it is resting in that new all-time high. I think we consistently get it, not just for like a few hours on one day like we did before. Yeah.
Well, and like I said, we looked at that bull flag that's being created on that ratio. So it essentially, if you draw the, if you draw the lines correctly, it looks like it's got about 10 days to get out of there. And usually when they get out of there, they don't just break through. They make a nice move. And that's another thing too. The Tom Lee, was that a rumor that he's going to be on Rogan? I know it was.
I guarantee it was bullshit. It was the altcoin daily. I mean, who knows? I didn't even look into it, but they shared like rumor Tom Lee's going to be on Joe Rogan and probably wipe your ass with that. But if he did, I mean, I haven't listened to a Rogan episode in months at this point because it's pretty much the same shit every day. But I would listen to that one. Yeah, that would be very interesting. So who knows if the twins made that up or not? So I guess we'll see.
So I'm not a secret bag holder. I made it clear that I did. So I had some. I admitted that I had some, close to like 100,000 of them or whatever it was, and I got rid of them. So
at the bottom could be up probably
right close to it.
All right. Well, that's you got to be a believer. Ewok will just have to buy higher, guys. That's really all. He'll buy at $1.90 or something like that. Yeah. All right. So I think that's going to wrap us up for now. Thank you to everybody in the chat. DJ Moonboy, thank you for the super chat and your continued allegiance to the show. Viper Styles, Valiant Low Key, Hex Girl, Tam was here earlier, RH Max, Digital Money Marcus, NJ Dub, Checks My Pulse. Oh boy, who else do we got here? Oh, Crypto Stylist. I didn't notice her earlier. She was in here. So
she popped in and said hello.
Yep. Linesis, I don't know you from before, but welcome in. We had a guy named Thumper here that shared an interesting story earlier. I appreciate it. Rocket Mob, trying to get everybody I can. Yeah, Thumper Red Eye, good stuff. I appreciate all of you guys. We do this every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think the bull market is still on. I think we have a lot of upside to go and hopefully some significant upside here within the next couple weeks. So, yeah, for Crypto Ewok, this has been Broke Boi Crypto right here on the Creed of Crypto.
See ya.
Guys.